Coming up, we'll take you to a local ice cream shop to watch a little girl's dreams come true.
If you missed the last bus and need a ride off campus, do not rely on the Escort vans.
And campus facilities say that the trail that goes to the P is not safe. Find out what that means for students and clubs.
300 on Cal Poly's campus. You're watching Mustang News.
Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of Mustang News. I'm Shelley Westerson.
And I'm Ben King. Mustang News starts now. The UPD Escort vans are no longer dropping students off campus. The route changed after concern that the vans were being underutilized. University Police Chief George Hughes said the vans had to stop driving off campus to expand on-campus routes. Although UPD has not received complaints about the change, Chief Hughes said the priority of UPD must be on on-campus safety.
As the on-campus public safety entity, my priority has to be first and foremost to the on-campus population. And that means we have to draw the line somewhere, and the line is going to be at the campus borders.
Students are turning to social media to petition the change. Hughes said students need to be responsible for finding their own rides after the city buses stop. Cal Poly has installed 12 electric vehicle charging stations on campus. The university is improving what is already considered one of the best alternative transportation programs in the state. The 12 EV stations were funded by a $150,000 grant from the California Energy Commission. Since the university is a major destination, the charging stations may also help improve and promote EV usage throughout the state.
For different users and visitors as they come to campus, for open house, hopefully this weekend. So it'll be interesting to see what the implications are.
The 12 stations are located at the Grand Avenue parking structure and near Kennedy Library.
This month is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and the Multicultural Center is teaming up with SAFER to put on presentations about sexual assault on campus. Cal Poly SAFER and the Multicultural Center put on a soup and substance presentation called Power Play, which covered the issue of sexual assault in the LGBT community of people of color. Students took part in the presentation and discussion while enjoying a hot bowl of soup.
It's called Power Play, and it's talking about the power dynamics involved in sexual violence when the victims are specifically either women of color, queer people of color, or undocumented students.
Cal Poly SAFER and the Cross-Cultural Centers, which includes the Gender Equity Center, the Multicultural Center, and the Pride Center, are putting on lots of events and presentations throughout the month of April. You can visit deanofstudents.calpoly.edu to find a calendar of events. A new club on campus is holding a 3-day event to promote awareness for the need for gender-neutral bathrooms on campus. The event has an unusual name that we can't say on television, so we'll use a name that rhymes: Sit-In. The Queer Student Union started the 3-day event on Tuesday. The purpose of the event is to challenge students to use only gender-neutral bathrooms for 3 days. It is a way for students to get a glimpse of an issue that transgender and non-gender conforming community deals with. Currently, the only gender-neutral bathrooms on campus are not easily accessible. Many require keys or are in faculty areas. The QSU is collecting signatures to create single-stall gender-neutral bathrooms around campus. They currently have over 300 signatures and are looking to collect as many as possible.
The Cal Poly P that overlooks the university's campus is off limits to anyone that wants to paint it. The decorating the P has been a tradition for decades, but now the tradition is unsafe. According to Cal Poly faculty's employee, Scott Loosely, the P was declared unsafe last spring because of the uneven land. But the warning is not stopping students from painting the P. The P is currently rainbow. The university plans on constructing a stable trail as well as improving the space around the P so it can be safer to work on.
Use, though, has caused some real problems for erosion on the trail leading up there, and we want to try and prevent that as well so that we're not degrading the environment.
Renovations to the P and the trail are expected to be done by this coming fall. As part of a Holocaust Remembrance Day called Yom HaShoah, a Holocaust survivor spoke at a local temple Wednesday night about her experiences. Eva Nathanson immigrated to the United States as a teenager after surviving the Holocaust during World War II. She spoke Wednesday night at Congregation Beth David on Los Osos Valley Road as part of a Holocaust Remembrance Day memorial program put on by the local Jewish Community Center. Nathanson discussed her childhood experience during the war in Hungary. The event also featured memorial music performed by pianist Stanley Stern, as well as a candle lighting ceremony and a liturgy by Rabbi Linda Bertenthal and Janice Meering. Holocaust Remembrance Day began Wednesday evening and ends Thursday evening.
Coming up, see how Poly Canyon is getting cleaned up to prepare for open house events.
Cal Poly has a new center that analyzes the taste and color of your strawberries. Find out more after the break.
Really? Buzz, what's up, man? You left some leaves burning out here.
Yeah, I just came in just for a second.
Come on, man. If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. You could torch the whole neighborhood.
It's a good point there, Smokey.
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
I wish I was in school.
If only I had a math test today.
I'll stay after class. I'll clean the chalkboard.
I wish I was in school.
School ends, but free lunches for your kids don't have to. Find your local food bank at feedingamerica.org/summer meals for help.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
A local ice cream parlor spent the weekend making wishes come true. Reporter Leo Horner has the full story.
Lexi is like any 11-year-old girl, athletic, silly, and full of life.
She's like a double-jointed, do your neck.
But Lexi has one major difference that sets her apart from most her age. She was diagnosed with a malignant neoplasm, which is cancer. Lexi's helping others with cancer by creating an ice cream flavor that Doc Bernstein's will sell and donate 25 cents of every scoop sold at all 3 locations to the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
We were all in. Make-A-Wish does such amazing things for the community, such amazing things for the children.
It feels good knowing that other kids will hopefully get to go somewhere on their wish by me making ice cream.
The Butterfinger-inspired ice cream is called Butter Monkey Swirl, and the name is close to Lexi's heart.
Well, when I was little, I used to cling on to my parents like a monkey when they would hold me. And so my dad started calling me a monkey.
Lexi spent the day here in the Arroyo Grande location of Doc Bernstein's creating her flavor, Butter Monkey Swirl. But little does she know the real magic will be happening here at the Orchid location at what Lexi thinks is the ice cream flavor reveal.
My wish is to go to the Women's World Cup this year in Canada.
What Lexi is about to find out at the ice cream flavor reveal is that her wish is coming true. Lexi will be headed to the Women's World Cup game this summer in Canada. The support of her best friend.
Well, she didn't really have a choice to shave her head, and I decided that since she didn't have that choice, I did, so I wanted to do that for her.
And her family has helped her through the past year and a half and has given her a positive perspective.
She turned to look at me, I'll never forget this, and she looks at me down the hall and she says, "I am so lucky." Who says that? I have cancer, but I'm so lucky. I kind of feel the same way. Making ice cream is pretty good.
Leo Horner, Mustang News.
The 3 Doc Bernsteins are located in San Luis Obispo, Arroyo Grande, and Orcutt. All 3 will be selling the flavor through the summer. They expect to make around $1,000. Cal Poly is the first college campus in the nation to have a research center dedicated to strawberry growth. The California Strawberry Commission and Cal Poly have formed the first organization dedicated to strawberry sustainability research and education. The research team is focusing on the specifics of different fumigants and experimental compounds to see how each variety of strawberries performs under these conditions. The state has been facing many problems in terms of growing strawberries due to the restricted use of methylbromide, the most commonly used plant fumigation. California is the nation's leading producer of strawberries, growing around 90% each year, and without the fumigant, farmers are seeing more soil-borne diseases.
The whole idea behind the center in the beginning was to add more hands to the plow, so to speak, for solving the California strawberry industry's problems.
The research center has sectioned off quadrants that use different fumigants and left one quadrant untreated. If these experiments are successful, this could have the potential to help farmers and their strawberry production all over the state of California.
3 veteran journalists came to visit Cal Poly in honor of former Journalism Department Chair George Ramos. George Lewis, Nina Zacuto, and Cecilia Alvear spent their morning on Wednesday going through Ramos's memorabilia left behind in his old Cal Poly office. Ramos died nearly 5 years ago. They are helping the journalism department create a tribute to Ramos in one of the display cases outside of the Mustang newsroom. During the visit, the 3 veteran journalists gave a seminar to journalism students about their interview experiences with people like Fidel Castro, David Letterman, and Bill Gates. They also shared with students why Ramos was so special.
I started taking photography. That and oftentimes use that phrase.
It was Ramos's courteous persistence that not only won him a Pulitzer Prize, but also made him extremely committed to Cal Poly and his students.
You would go to these conventions and you would go to the newsroom for the student projects, and he would always be there. You know, there were a lot of parties and other activities, but you would always find him in the newsroom with the students.
Ramos was not only the journalism department chair, he was also a Cal Poly grad along with Zacuto. The display in tribute to him preserve a piece of his legacy in the halls of the journalism building. Thanks to the second Canyon Days event, Cal Poly Canyon is ready for open house visitors to see. Design Village, an annual 3-day architecture competition, will be in the canyon for open house weekend. During the second Canyon Day, volunteers help to clean up the trash, paint over graffiti, and make structures safe for visitors. The Canyon Days Committee hopes to present the canyon as a place of history and innovation to those who visit.
This is built from students, and we want to respect other students' work. So the vision is to just have this be a place that people enjoy and see as a good thing and not a graveyard.
Canyon Days will be an annual event held fall quarter.
Coming up after the break, this is out at the Oasis near the business building earlier this morning. Warm temperatures today. We'll see if they stay around after the break.
Hey, Hard, what's this?
That's my resignation letter. You're resigning.
Why?
Because you're constantly ignoring me. You're half as active as you used to be, and you get stuff like this. You've been putting me under a lot of pressure lately. That's why I'm ready to quit. I forgot. I'll do better. Please, don't quit on me.
Okay, but remember, it's not what you say, it's what you do.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you.
Let's go for a walk.
Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
Hey, this job looks perfect. It says you need people skills.
Check.
Driver's license.
Check.
And a high school diploma or GED.
Skip the drama. Get your GED.
I got that. You are good to go.
Take that first step towards a better future and sign up for free classes now at yourged.org.
You guys going to my party on Friday?
Yeah, dude. It's gonna be crazy.
All right.
What's up, dude?
I'm loving your jacket.
Don't be such a fag.
If you don't mean it, why say it? Words hurt. Think before you speak.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Firefighters joined the community to raise money for charity. Photojournalist Clara Knapp went to see how they are helping.
Welcome to the Firehouse 5K. This is our 4th annual. I'm the race director, Matt Miranda.
We're expecting about 300 total. We partner community members, business partners, and runners for just a great event that we do here in town. It's also a super unique course. There's not many 5Ks that run on the road and then do 2 miles of trail. And so we get to showcase some pretty awesome trails right here locally within our community.
The Alicia Ann Byrne Foundation is one of our biggest groups that we support. Kids go to burn camp every year. It helps them normalize and socialize with other kids who have suffered that kind of trauma.
My dad's a retired Atascadero firefighter. It's my first year doing it, but yeah, because of my dad, I wanted to come support.
2 years ago, it was voted the toughest 5K in San Luis Obispo County. We do have kids that run the whole race, so it's pretty amazing to watch.
It feels really good just to get done with it, kind of, and just cross the finish line. It feels really cool.
It is a way for us to raise awareness of the benefits of living a healthy lifestyle, and it promotes health by having different boosts through our fitness fair. It is an awesome race, and a lot of people have a lot of good fun.
It looked like a beautiful day at the run last weekend. Now let's go to Alexa to see what the upcoming weekend is going to look like. After the break.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play, what you wear, how you dance, or even what direction life takes you. You just need to be there. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Jimmy can't sing,
and Tommy can't dance,
so we're gonna put some ants in their pants. Aww.
Kids will spend 22 minutes watching us, the super duper party troopers, sing about ants in their pants.
Isn't that funny? Ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
All right, well, last week we saw a lot of sun and minimal cloud coverage, and we're looking to see a similar forecast this week. Today in San Luis Obispo, we have a high of 70 degrees and a low of 43. Now, keep in mind there is going to be winds that are going to reach up to 20 miles per hour, but it'll still be a great day. Moving on to other areas, we have 79 in Paso Robles and 77 in Atascadero and San Luis Obispo. Moving into the coast, we're going to have 68 in Los Osos and Avila Beach. Now, if you're a surfer, you're going to want to check out the pier because it's going to reach up to 3 to 4 feet with mild conditions. Moving more inland, we have 79 in Arroyo Grande and Santa Maria with 76 in Nipomo. Onto our 5-day forecast. This Friday, we have 79 degrees with a low of 44, the highest we've seen this week. Saturday, we're going to have 73 degrees with a low of 45. On Sunday, we have 71 degrees with a low of 45 as well. Minimal cloud coverage, but it will clear out throughout the night. And Monday, we have 67 degrees and a low of 49, similar to Tuesday with a high of 67 and a low of 50. Patches of fog will be seen throughout the day. Overall, it's going to be a beautiful sunny weekend with minimal fog. Back to you at the desk.
The baseball team took on Fresno State on Tuesday, and they look to continue a 4-game winning streak that they took on against Pepperdine and Hawaii over last weekend. Following those 4 wins and a sweep of the Hawaii Warriors, the baseball team looked to chalk up another victory against Fresno State Tuesday night. The Mustangs started slow and went down 5-1 after the 3rd inning. Catcher Brett Barbier then took it upon himself to dig the team out of that hole. He went for 4 hits with 5 RBI on the night. Not one to boast, though. Barbier credited his success to his teammates.
Everyone else in the lineup is really swinging it well, and guys are coming through, so it takes a lot of pressure off everybody else, and just it kind of spreads it even throughout the lineup, and everybody's able to just piece get it back together.
Second baseman Mark Mathias and left fielder Zach Zahner each added 3 hits on the night, and the Mustangs finished with a total of 15 hits. Senior righty Danny Zandona has been on an absolute tear. He has struck out 11 of the past 13 batters he's faced over the last 3 games. The baseball team will travel to Santa Barbara for a 3-game series this weekend. We're going to keep it on the diamond over to softball. The softball team is only 1 game below 500 in the Big West Conference going into their weekend series against Hawaii. They've won their past 2 series and look to continue their streak in a 3-game series this weekend against Hawaii. The Mustangs are also having their annual Strikeout Cancer Game on Saturday, April 18th, where all the proceeds will go to the Hearst Cancer Research Center. They're looking to keep their hot streak going into their second half of the season. The Cal Poly football team looks to build off its solid finish last season. The spring game will be played May 2nd at Spanos Stadium. 90 players were in shoulder pads and shorts last Wednesday as Cal Poly started spring football practice. Among the workhorses were 35 new faces, including 6 transfers, 11 walk-ons, and 18 returning redshirts. Despite the fresh bodies out there, head coach Tim Walsh is excited about their off-season games.
We have the strongest team we've had since I've been here as far as weight room and some of the things Coach Holder's done that. I think we've seen some great improvements in our bodies and along with that in our strength.
Defense is the common theme coming into the spring game. Only half of the starting defense is returning from last year. Notable returning players include quarterback Chris Brown and the entire offensive line. The green and white spring game starts Monday, May 2nd at 1 p.m. in Alex G. Spanos Stadium. That's all the time we have for sports. Tom Nork, Mustang News.
Coming up after the break, find out why you won't see the Cal Poly Student Opera Theater on stage for a while.
Find out what kind of machinery the tractor pull team will use to kick off Poly Royal after the break.
When you're out there, there's no telling what you'll find.
I see it, I see it! Oh, look at you.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
don't worry. 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
The next 30 seconds can save you a lot of money. Just do your laundry in cold and stick to full loads. Auto-sleep your computers. Plug your gadgets in a power strip and switch it off when you're done. Headed out? Turn back your thermostat by 10 degrees. And drive sensibly. The more energy you save, the more money you save. Find other great tips at energysaver.gov.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Cal Poly's tractor pull team and club are preparing for their annual event at Open House this weekend. After many months of designing, constructing, and competing, the tractor pulls are officially ready for Poly Royal. When the students are not competing with other schools around the West Coast, they spend their time fixing up the tractors, making them big, loud, and fast. The Sled, Mustang, Fever, and Poly Thunder are the 3 varieties of tractors that will be seen skidding across the arena.
I like being on the team and traveling because you become a family, and I think that's really what the tractor pull team and club encompass.
The event is this Saturday, April 18th at 1 p.m. on the Cal Poly campus across from the Crops Unit. Tickets are still on sale for $10 at tickets.calpoly.edu.
And now we take to Avra Brahm is here with Cal Poly Arts.
Weekend 2 ticket holders of the Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival will be happy to hear that the lineup does not disappoint. Up-and-coming artist Kaiza featured her new single with EDM band Jack U, which you can hear playing now. The sold-out festival featured headliners AC/DC, Jack White, and Drake during its first weekend. Whether you loved it, disliked it, or were brought to tears by it, you won't see another production like The Merry Widow in Spanos Theater for another several years. Jackie Kreitzer, Cal Poly student opera theater founder, said operettas are a costly project. It takes a lot of money to fundraise for the orchestra, stage design, and elaborate costumes. Kreitzer said it will be a while before CPSOT does another opera, which was extra motivation for cast members to perform well.
It does add a little pressure to, we have to make sure that we do this perfectly because we don't get to do it again for a couple years.
Some audience members donated to CPSOT after watching their performance, which was a partnership with Opera Slow. That's all we have for Poly Playbook this week. Back to you at the desk.
Cal Poly is promoting cultural diversity on campus. Last weekend, newly admitted students were invited to spend 3 days on campus for the annual Polycultural Weekend. This event is a way for high school seniors and college transfers to learn about different organizations that support students of diverse backgrounds. According to the most recent campus climate survey, 77% of students identify as white. But Cal Poly cultural volunteer Mariela Martinez thinks this event can help change these demographics.
Being part of MECHA and being part of Polycultural Weekend has shown me that there's actually people out there similar to me that I can relate to at a much deeper level than I usually would.
This is the 10th year that the university has celebrated Polycultural Weekend. And that's Mustang News for this Thursday. Have a great rest of your day. We now leave you with a song from The Merry Widow, opera last weekend, sung by student Alexis Rebel.